Good morning. Good morning. Today, after a long gap, maybe 2, 3 weeks gap, I would like to share something on the power of ignorance, the power of rejections, the power of failures, the power of lack of opportunities. All these things have a very, very high power, very potential power that will enhance our journey ahead in life. We should have build this power. We should face this power with a lot of energy, so that we build a kinetic energy for another set of ventures that we're going to handle. Because today's generation is very, very easiest generation, because here everything is around, everything is comfortably arranged. Even parents are working hard for the benefit of the children. In our time, the children used to be born, and they used to grow like a radish. Just plant it, and then they grow and they become a young adult, and they start serving, they are doing their duties. But today's generation is not like that. Today's generation is very well nurtured, understanding what they eat, how they do, what they should read, what they shouldn't read, means parents try to control a lot of things, but that doesn't help actually. You should liberalize people. I have a destiny. People should understand for themselves what is good for them, what is bad for them. What is risks, and what is risks for betterment, and what's risks for failure. There are risks in both the cases. Even for failures, people take risks. Without calculating. Those are risks for failures, risks for death. You want to die? Yes, you have avenues, because humans have the control, jurisdictions to do something. Because not doing something means you don't want to do something. Suppose you leave a field vacant for some time, for 2, 3 months, there a lot of grass will grow, it will be wasted, right? If you want to plant something, you have to dig it, till it, fertilize it, then plant it, then the plant will grow. So to gain something, you have to do something. But not to gain anything, you don't have to do anything, because to read book, you have to put in a habit, right? You have to put in a habit to read a book. Morning, you have to decide which book to read, then start reading. But not to read book, there's nothing. There's nothing. You have already decided that you are not reading, right? That is a very simple thing. So to do something, you have to decide, force your nerves to serve you, when things are not very odd, in such a situation. So here, ignorance, for a young guy, suppose a girl does not give a notch, and he's frustrated about it. And there are people, they don't understand that everything in life, somewhere hard work plus destiny is intertwined. Because in life, you cannot become something, whatever thing you imagine, because there hard work has to be there. That is the primary thing. And the destiny has to be entwined, means you have to be destined for that particular venture. Otherwise, you will reach somewhere and you will not reach the top, right? To reach the top, you have to be destined one, you have to be chosen one, and that you have to believe. You cannot just put everything on hard work, everything on your knowledge. Those things are those things are important, integral, but not the final product. Even the destiny has to be entwined together, so that a result is there. So, but what we have in our hand, we can't control the destiny, right? Destiny is governed by number of forces that we don't know. We have never known. Humans have never known. It's just a bluff that they read the papers until they read at your birth, the date of birth, and say maybe a few things here and there may be correct, but it cannot be. I don't believe in all these things. I believe there is a destiny, yes, but destiny is crafted with your effort and your knowledge, and certain force of nature is there, which is beyond our calculation. Human mind cannot calculate that. If human mind had the tendency to calculate, we'd have been God. We'd not have been human beings. We're human beings. That's why those control is aloof from us, means that is not in our control. We have to accept a lot of things. So we have to try, and that trying is in our hand. We have to gain knowledge, acquire knowledge, to learn something, to become an expert in particular thing is in our hand, but to reach the extreme end is not. So that's one thing, ignorance, so if you are ignored by someone, or if you get ignored in opportunity, if you get ignored in love, if you get ignored in studies, whatever, don't worry, that's if you have given your 100%, if you have given if you have tried, and the other end is not willing to accept you, means it's to say that please turn your road, turn your direction, means the direction you have to turn, because the destiny is another direction, destiny is not in that direction, the destiny is another direction, that means. So that's how you have to turn. So that is one thing. Failures, ignorance is bliss. Then why seek education, people? With ignorance is bliss, you ignore a lot of things, sufferings you can ignore, sometimes you get frustrated, you can ignore, you can sometimes you become extra happy, that also you have to ignore, you should not be stuck on that. And so this ignorance is bliss, and you have to ignore everything. That's what Buddhism says, and that's the strongest philosophy that you must follow. The second thing is that failures are pillars of success. What is that? Failures, if you don't fail, you will not choose another thing, you will not try another thing, means you will not look for destiny. Actually, that's why the destiny will give you an opportunity to fail here and there. You just fail, you succeed here a little bit, you fail there a little bit. Then so one fine day you'll realize that you are traveling in you have traversed through a diverse kind of life, and where destiny is just ahead. You are destined to something, and you have been tracked down. If you just realize, sometimes I go back to my age, in young age, and I just feel how destiny molded me into a canal, to this level, and then this life came. Now probably I'm being brewed for some other thing. I'm going ahead like that, because that destiny is brewing you, it's pushing. You go here, it's failing. You go there, you're failing. Then it's pushing here. Somewhere in the middle, you get a little success. You go, wow. No, that also is a failure. Then you turn this side. So that's how, you fail, succeed, and that's how it is. So those are failures, and ignorance also I talked. So be happy and have a good time. Tishtele.